Hey guys, be sure to check out our daily free play at our main website, stumpthespread.com, linked in the video description, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our NFL pick video plays. Heading into today's matchup on the 18th, we got this matchup out west in Seattle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams were able to come through in their Week 1 preseason games, with the Vikings going on to win on the road in Buffalo by a final of 17-10. While the Seahawks looked like one of the most impressive teams in Week 1 of the preseason, winning at the LA Chargers by a final of 48-17. And Seattle is a team that we've certainly seen put a bit more emphasis than most teams typically put in the preseason ever since head coach Pete Carroll took over the job. And we saw that in droves in Week 1 as Seattle just kept lighting things up as they went on to score an impressive 48 points. Usually you don't see as many points scored in the preseason as you do in a typical regular season game, but that certainly wasn't the case for the Seahawks in their opener. And then you have the Vikings, who are still going right now without quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, but they were able to get that win by 7 points in Week 1 over the Bills by a final of 17-10. And the Vikings having to go back-to-back on the road to open things up here in the preseason, certainly not the easiest task in the world, especially when going all the way east over to Buffalo and now going all the way west out to Seattle. It'll be interesting to see how that travel affects the Vikings here early on in the campaign. Obviously, a lot of second, third team guys and guys that are battling for spots on these rosters are going to be making it not quite so difficult as, typically guys aren't going to be getting as many reps per game as they might see once the regular season hits, at least for the frontline guys. But Minnesota, in their opener, they had 3 quarterbacks get time under center, and that was Keenum as well as Sam Bradford and Heineke. Keenum, he was able to complete 11 of 16 passes for 121 yards. He was pretty effective, and then Bradford going 5 of 7 for just 35 yards, didn't play a whole lot. And then the ground attack for Minnesota also didn't have a ton of success. They picked up 90 total yards on 29 carries, and getting 90 yards on the ground and 152 yards through the air wasn't overly impressive. And then on the defensive side of things, the Vikings, although they did limit the Bills to just 10 points overall, they did give up about 300 yards of total offense to the Buffalo offensive attack. Seattle, they also had 3 quarterback C action in their opener, with Trayvon Boykin going 12 of 15 for 189 yards, and he also rushed 4 times for 31 yards. And Boykin is a tricky guy to defend, especially in the preseason. He's a guy that's a threat not just through the air but also on the ground, which can be tough to stop. And then also Austin Davis saw some time, completing 7 of 9 passes for over 100 yards, and Russell Wilson wasn't out there for very long, but he did complete 3 of 4 passes for 41 yards. Seattle went on to throw for 325 yards through the air, pretty impressive stuff, and then they also picked up 133 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground on 36 carries, and that was in a road performance here. Seattle coming back to their home field, certainly going to be trying to put on a show for the fans. Obviously, the frontline first stringers aren't going to be getting an extended amount of playing time, but they should at least be getting some here. And then, of course, we all know that Seattle is well known for trying in these preseason games. Head coach Carroll likes to set the tone early on in the preseason of a winning culture and a winning mentality, and you do that in his philosophy by going out and winning these games. And we saw that certainly from Seattle in their opener, winning by that final of 48-17. So heading into this one in Seattle, we have the Seahawks right now sitting at about 3-point favorites. Not a surprise, especially with Minnesota going back-to-back on the road. We really like Boykin and what he's able to do as a backup quarterback here, and really a major threat, not just through the air but on the ground. Very tough to stop and plan for. So we are going to go ahead and side with the home team today, taking the Seattle Seahawks against the spread as our NFL pick video play. Again, taking the home team, the Seattle Seahawks, straight up. And again, guys, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our NFL pick video plays. And check out our main website, stumpthespread.com, to access our daily free play. So thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you in future videos. Bye.